You mentioned about inner child. I'm curious what that is. Could you just elaborate?
Okay, so it's true, right, that we are products of our past, and we do carry into the present energies of our own past. And inner child essentially is a fragmented part of our psyche that is of sorts energetically stuck in a past painful traumatic memory or event, and it is still holding on to all those negative emotions and pain that it experienced. So we all have our own histories, right? And as I explained to you, childhood is a period of great vulnerability of dependence. So it could be a minor trauma such as having your favorite stuffed toy thrown out of the window, or a friend abandoning you, or it could be a deeper trauma such as a parent or caregiver violating you physically, sexually, or whatever. Now what happens is that part of our psyche literally splits off and is holding on to the pain, and it's unhealed. It's there. All right? Very often we're responding to our present not as the adult of today, but from the wounds of our past. So an inner child could be you when you were 2 days old, or it could be even you of 2 months ago.
Right. So Lajja, how do you work with this in therapy?
With the inner child?
With the inner child.
Okay, so it's tricky for me to explain it here because it's literally like asking a surgeon, how do you do surgery? It's not very feasible for me to kind of explain it, but I'm going to again try my best to do justice to this question. So as I explained, inner child is that part of us that's fragmented and stuck in a past painful traumatic event. So this memory lies within, right? It's your mind who's been through it and your mind that stored it. So it starts within the framework of hypnotherapy, where the client is made to deeply relax, and we start the journey inwards and we move within and meet these inner children, so as to speak. Now what happens is, while we're doing an inner child therapy, we're doing it for a present-based issue. For example, anger, correct? So we will literally tell the client to go back to those parts of his or her own past where he is stuck holding on to anger. And then we invite that part of the person's psyche to enter the client's mind. All of this is done metaphorically, right? So in the client's mind, we kind of invite these fragmented, broken parts, and the client sees, feels, thinks, or imagines that a younger version of himself enters the room. And it's all very spontaneous because we're working through hypnotherapy. Then we embrace this child. We sit with the child. We talk to the child, we understand what was going on, and we provide a safe healing space within the client's own mind. We do it with a lot of therapeutic intervention. You will actually be amazed by what is revealed about your own self when you start this journey of inner child healing. Instead of just looking at your symptom, you're able to go deeper within to the core, and you heal and you overcome a pattern right from where it originally began. So it's very transformative and powerful work.
So Lajja, can you tell us a little more about hypnotherapy?
Okay, so hypnotherapy works with the mind. Now the mind, the way we look at it, is essentially a ball of energy. It's not matter. The brain is matter. It's organic. You can touch it and see it. But you can't touch and see your mind. You feel it. You sense it. And what you sense is an energy. So the hypnotherapy works with the subconscious mind. And we need to understand the difference between the conscious and subconscious to understand hypnotherapy. So conscious mind is everything that you're aware of that is happening in the present, and basically what you're aware of. And your subconscious mind is everything that you're unaware of, that you're carrying within you. It stems from your past. It's having this underlying impact on the way you respond. So it's been scientifically proven that no memory is ever forgotten, and the way in which the mind stores memories is not just memory, but memory plus feeling. So if I ask you about your favorite childhood memory and you tell me that it was eating ice cream with my best friend when I was in the 6th grade, you will also start feeling that good feeling, and you'll smile while sharing the memory. Vis-a-vis, if I ask you about a teacher you hated, and so you were to bump into that teacher, you're not going to want to approach that teacher. You're going to want to avoid that teacher, because the mind stored, along with the memory of the teacher, the negative feeling associated with it. So what we do essentially in hypnotherapy is we go deep within the client's mind and work with traumatic, negative past painful memories. We help the client heal them, to get a lot of peace and wisdom, to understand why they went through what they went through, and to kind of literally let it go, accept, maybe even forgive, and move on. So that in a nutshell is what hypnotherapy is.
That's beautiful. I mean, it's great that you can actually solve a problem because of all the baggage you've been carrying from birth.
Absolutely.
It's great that there is a solution for it.
There is. So if you've had a traumatic past, doesn't mean you need to keep being a victim to it.
Correct.
There's a lot that you can do in your present to come to terms with it and really move on and create a life of your dreams.
That's really amazing. Thank you, Lajja. So usually, like I told you, people cringe at the thought of seeing a therapist. But once they've decided, I think it's really difficult for them to choose who to go to.
Right.
So if you could just tell us what we should look for in terms of certification in a therapist before we can actually narrow down who we want to visit.
Okay, so it's ideal if you can go to somebody who's a psychologist who has thereafter been trained in hypnotherapy. And it would be great if he or she has an additional training in inner child work. The institutes in Bombay that currently offer hypnotherapy training that I am aware of are ECA, and the other one is Cloverleaf Association.
So thank you so much, Lajja, for taking out time from your busy schedule. This was so insightful, and I'm sure everyone's really going to benefit from this. And there's something I want you all to know about Lajja. She's actually a mother of 2 beautiful children, and I am envious of how she raises them, and I feel like kidnapping her and taking her home all the time. So, but yet, thank you so much, Lajja.
Thank you so much, Nisha. It's been my pleasure.